Itaewon Sammy, I'm back, baby. Nice to see you all. Thanks everyone for subscribing and liking. I'm really appreciating everything that you guys are doing, my loyal subscribers. This is another in my series that I'm doing on life in Korea. And everyone who is liking and subscribing, again, thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Click the like button, click the thumbs up button. Anything you can do will help my video and videos get exposure on YouTube so that others can join and see my videos too. So anything you do, a comment, a like, a subscribe will help me out. So I really appreciate that. So today I'm going to talk about living in Korea and taxes, pension, health insurance, and some of the pitfalls that I've heard about. Not that I've experienced any, but that you could experience. So here's what it is. So as of 2020, every single foreigner who is in Korea longer than 3 months on a visa must enroll in the national health insurance plan. The minimum cost is about 100,000 won per month, about 100 US dollars. So you have no choice. If you don't sign up and you get caught later on, you have to back pay. Okay? Now, sorry, let me just get a little comfortable here. Sorry about that. All right. So that's the first thing, okay? Doesn't matter whether you're working, doesn't matter anything. All foreigners on a visa, except tourists. Tourists, you don't have to. It's long-term foreigners, okay? So that's the first thing. Now, if you are working for a company part-time, they will take 3.3% income tax. At the end of the year, you have to pay income tax, federal, and local. Okay? So you have to take your forms to the tax office and get that all taken care of on your last paycheck in February. The final day is in May. You should get a letter in the mail, okay, to your address that was listed with the government with your ARC card, your alien registration card. If not, contact the national tax office, your local tax office. Pension, health insurance, and unemployment insurance. There's 4 taxes in Korea. 4 employment taxes. There's health insurance, pension, tax, and unemployment insurance or employment insurance or UI, whatever you want to call it. The money you get if you get laid off, that you get from the government. So you have to pay those 4 taxes from your paycheck. If you are a full-time permanent employee, those 4 taxes have to be paid. Now, your employer pays 50% of your pension. You pay the other 50%. Your employer pays 50% of your health benefits, and you pay the other 50%. This comes off your paycheck, and it's based on your gross income. Now, here is where the pitfall occurs, where mostly it happens to young teachers who are here on e-visas, and they don't understand all of this stuff, and they don't speak Korean. You need to contact the, sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. You need to contact the National Tax Office, the National Pension Office, and the Healthcare Office, and make sure that you are registered and that they are collecting the monies that are owed to them. Okay? Because here is where the pitfall is. It's your responsibility. Yours. not your employer's responsibility. It's yours. It's your name. And this is where the young teachers get confused. They assume that because they were hired and that the school took care of the housing, the cell phone, the utilities, the rent, all of that stuff, and the ARC card, the alien card immigration, that they would assume that they would take care of the taxes and everything else. Well, that is not always the case, because it's not always in the employer's best interest to pay all that money. And ultimately, in the eyes of the government, it's your responsibility because it's your name. So I read horror story after horror story where people are getting ready to leave Korea and they get hit with thousands of dollars worth of money owed back pay or something like that. Or they don't get their severance pay, or they get into trouble with deposits or something like that. You know, it's a whole big kerfuffle or snafu or cluster, you know, whatever. But I just need to tell you, it's your responsibility. You need to, you know, take care of yourself. Nobody else is going to take care of you. When it comes to financial responsibilities and government responsibilities, you need to take care of that. I mean, wouldn't you expect that in your own home country? So that's what I find confusing, where people are like, well, I didn't know. You know, it's naivety, but, you know, it's just common sense. It just blows my mind. Anyway, I guess it's because I'm older and more experienced in this, but the horror stories I read about this. So, if you are a part-time employee, you're only responsible for your taxes, which is your local tax and your federal income tax or national income tax. The other thing that you're responsible for is health insurance. You're responsible for the health insurance. The final thing is that if you are a full-time employee, permanent, salaried, you are responsible to ensure that you're properly registered for the national health plan, the pension plan, and unemployment insurance, that you're paying all three of those. And the fourth one being health insurance. Health insurance, pension, local, federal, income tax, all of that stuff. So you're responsible for all of that. So yeah, I see all the time people, you know, writing in the Facebook groups how, you know, their employer is doing this, their employer is doing that, not claiming properly. The other thing is like housing benefits, because teachers here get a housing free, but the employer is adding that to the salary or deducting that from the salary or something like that. Shady things that they do to avoid taxes, for them paying the taxes so that the teacher has to pay the taxes, or they reduce the amount of the salary so that they don't have to pay as much in pension or health care. Because you figure, you know, a school has 2 or 3 teachers, that's a big sum of health insurance to pay, you know. So that's something that you need to be aware of and you need to watch out for. So those are some of the pitfalls that I've seen here in Korea from reading the Facebook groups and everything like that, and hearing from friends as well. So that is the number one thing. So the biggest change in 2020 is that all foreigners must pay into the national health care plan. They must be enrolled. All right, so that's the number one thing is important. If you're coming here on a visa, any visa, except for a tourist visa, and you're here more than 3 months, you have to enroll and you have to pay. Regardless if you have private health care, does not matter. Does not matter. You have to pay this, okay? So check it out, Google it, and if you have any questions, post the questions down below and I'll try and answer them for you. Itaewon Sammy, I'm out.